Nicky Hawkins here outside the Etihad instant match reaction on a cold and miserable day at Manchester City. I've just seen a cold and miserable performance, and it's really eye-opening. And it isn't Manchester City isn't a magnificent team. It isn't Manchester City are not top of the league for a reason. It's the fact that it really starts to highlight that we've got a team that cannot compete, are not quick enough, are not dynamic enough, cannot do the basics properly. Because Manchester City, I spoke to a Man City fan after, and as wonderful as they are on the ball, sometimes they lack a bit off the ball, and you saw that today with some of the chances we created. One very early in the second half. It was a couple blocked on the line, and Fernandes blasted over. But the Bowen one, the Somerville one, there was chances there to get ourselves back in the game. And I spoke to a City fan after, and he was talking about the how good they are, top of the league at the moment, of course. But he doesn't think they'll win the league, and the reason he doesn't think they'll win the league is because they are very vulnerable at the back. And we saw that today. But what you've got to do when you're in our position, especially people like Jared Bowen, and especially Somerville after what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, is take them chances. And we wasn't anywhere close to taking the chances. And that, in terms of competition, in terms of basic passing, getting on the ball, shutting down, all of that sort of stuff, it was poor. It was very, very poor indeed. And it starts to show you just how bad we really are. And I know it's weird to say against Manchester City, but it was chalk and cheese today. It was like kids playing that, when you do them kids playing the adults at your son's training or something like that. It was like that. They was toying with us. They never got out of first gear, let's be honest. Some of the errors, Kilman came back in, fuck knows why, because he doesn't offer anything. And the first one and second one, nowhere to be seen for any of the goals. Got nutmeg for the second one when they was just rolling it across the box over and over and over again. First one didn't react quick enough. Erling Haaland had the shot, saved by Areola, and that was the difference between the two sides. You have the shot, saved by Areola, everyone just static, waiting for the second ball. He pounces back on it, Haaland, and he does what he does best, and that's score his 10th goal against us. The 11th came a bit later, but go up the other end when we had our chance at 2-0, you block, the keeper saves it, you get a second chance, and instead of just dispatching it, you let the defenders get back on the line, that gets blocked, and then you don't take your chance. The reactions of the defenders for the second strike was what we need. We need people that chuck this. Listen, as I said, magnificent team, Manchester City, magnificent team. But we are really, really in big trouble in terms of the performances. And I really, really hope these next 4 games now that we've got coming up are do or die. They are do or die. You lose, we've got to get, I think Dave said, at least 10 points out of these next probably 5 games to have any chance. I've got a rotten cold. It's fucking freezing up here. And it's miserable, but we've got to get 10 points out of these 5 games to have any chance of survival. And the teams we play are the teams around us. We've already lost to Leeds, we already lost to Brentford when we should be beating them sort of teams. We've chucked points against Bournemouth, we've chucked points away against Brighton are coming up again. We can't afford to chuck any more points away. This was, you normally come here saying this is a free hit. There are no free hits in the position we're in. We've given away our free hits by losing the games that we shouldn't be losing, like Leeds and Brentford. And I said that, in reality, we need to win every game. We need to be fighting for every game. And the fact of the matter is, we did not fight at all today. Couldn't compete, couldn't lay a glove on them. Even when they give us the opportunities. Need to be better. Like we say every week, need to be better, need to be more clinical, need to find someone at Bournemouth at Bournemouth in the transfer window before Brighton. Before Brighton, no, Brighton before the transfer window. Anyway, before we start playing all of these teams and get past January, before the 1st of January comes, we need to find players that are going to fight for us and get rid of the ones that don't, because I can't see this. I can't see it happening. I'll be honest with you. The way we're going at the moment, I cannot see, with this side as it is now, unless we get some signings in, I cannot see how we get past relegation this season. It's that dire. And I was confident a couple of weeks ago, but that today, and I know it's against a great side, and I know it just goes to show you just how poor and how bad of attitude some of these players really have. And I feel sorry for the likes of Matty Fernandez. I feel sorry for the likes of Callum Wilson, who sat on the bench again. I feel sorry for the likes of Souček, who come on when all of the creative players go off and they've got no chance to do what they do best. And Souček is great at arriving in the box. When you've got no one playing in the box, it's hard to arrive in the box. And same as Callum Wilson. What are they supposed to do? It's hard. It's hard to watch. And it's, I sat there today and I was fucking miserable. And I knew I was going to be miserable. But you want to see at least something. And today, again, I saw nothing. Do or die, these next 5. Do or die. Let's hope fucking Crystal Palace win. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. One thing left to say. Come on, you.